the Ring Fanatics Podcast, episode number 9. I am Nick, your host, and with me as always, Joel, my co-host. If you watch this on YouTube, you can tell by my shirt. I'm wearing an AEW shirt right here. We're predicting full gear, and that's taking place this Saturday, November 7th at 7 p.m. live on BR Live and Fight TV. Already by this card, as I'm looking through it, amazing.
Yeah, the show's stacked. It's stacked.
It is stacked. Especially if we saw AEW Dynamite last night. Dude, we'll get into that when we spoke about before later on in the episode when we get to that match.
Yeah.
But we're just going to start it off with this match I see right here. The first match I didn't even know was a match, so I just saw it just now. Apparently Orange Cassidy is going to be in the match against John Silver from the Dark Order.
Yes.
I didn't even know that was a match. Didn't even hype it up.
Until I looked up the card.
Yeah.
Did not know that was a thing.
Yeah,
is that on the buy-in or
no? I saw it this morning. It's actually on the main card. It's on the main card now. So I'm guessing it's kind of been hyped up. I don't know if it was hyped up that well, but
maybe I missed it.
Yeah, maybe I missed it. That's what I was thinking too. I was like, maybe I missed it. Maybe they did something beforehand. Who do you got for that match? I don't know. I don't know much about John Silver. I don't follow Dark Order that well.
He's not a bad wrestler, but I think they're trying to hype up Orange Cassidy. So I'm going to say Orange Cassidy.
Me too, Orange Cassidy. Because especially after the Jericho feud, I feel like he needs to. Did he? He didn't win the last match. He won the what was that match called? The Mimosa Mayhem?
Yeah, he won.
He won that one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm assuming they'll, like you said, they're gonna hype him up even more now. Like I said, I've never seen John Silver in action. I heard good things about him, but I'm not sure if he's done more. Wasn't he in WWE at one point? If I'm not mistaken, I think him and the other guy he's with was in WWE at one point as jobbers, I believe.
Yeah, I believe so.
Because he looks familiar too. Like I've seen him before, but I don't know where. So I'm assuming WWE. If I search him up, maybe he'll pop up.
I looked it up. Yeah, he was there. He was a jobber.
He was?
Yeah.
Okay. Because he looked familiar. I'm like, what the hell? John Silver, WWE. Yeah.
But he's actually nice.
And the other guy too. Alex Reynolds. Yeah, both of them were there. Wow.
I think they're gonna build up Orange Cassidy, especially since what was that, 2 or 3 weeks ago? Orange Cassidy almost beat Cody.
Yeah, it was. I think it was last week or the week before, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and then it was like by time limit, it ended.
Oh yeah.
Cody kind of got saved.
Yeah, you got lucky there.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I got Orange Cassidy win this match too.
Same here.
I don't see him losing against John Silver.
Unless the Dark Order gets involved. And they try to put him into that kind of like feuding with the whole Dark Order.
Like join us.
Him and best friends, yeah.
Yeah. Because didn't they have a feud already too? Them best friends, or it may have been somebody else. But I feel like Orange Cassidy had already crossed paths with Dark Order at some point.
Not positive. Couldn't tell you. To be honest, AEW, I give them credit for what they've been doing lately, but their storylines are just all over the place.
Yeah, me too.
I don't mind it. Like they don't hold on to stuff so long. So like even if they did cross paths for maybe and they had a feud for 3 weeks and then it ended.
That's why at times I'm like I have to watch NXT because I'm like I'm so confused. Let me just turn to NXT.
Yeah.
So like I feel like I have a feeling they had a feud for a little bit, but
they had to have cross paths. Before.
Yeah. But I won't be surprised if that happened again. Like if they come out and be like, "Yo, join us." Because we haven't seen Brody Lee in a while either, so maybe like he'll come out and like start a feud with Orange Cassidy.
That is true.
So I have a feeling he may come out and be like, "Yo," I think the last time I saw him was I think when he lost the TNT Championship. I don't know if he came back after that. I think he might have been injured. I'm not sure.
I don't even
know. That me neither.
I think that might have been the last time.
Yeah, because I don't remember seeing him after that either, and that was like a month ago. Maybe.
Yeah.
So he may be out. I don't know. Maybe he may come back this Saturday. Be like, "Yo, Orange Cassidy, join us."
Keep it off. You see, that's also why I like about AEW. They're taking the NXT frame, like how we talked about NXT being an hour. You don't see everybody every week. I feel like AEW tries to do that a little bit. Like, they do put them on AEW Dark, but you won't see the same people
every
except
week.
for the champion.
Champions, yeah.
The champion storylines. Like, you always see Cody and whoever he's going against, and Moxley, whoever he's going against.
The only I don't want to get much of this now, but the women's champion I haven't seen in a while either. I feel like they don't use her at all at times. They only use her like last minute for feuds. Like this Nyla Rose feud, I just found out about it yesterday. I didn't even know that was going on. I swear, I'm like that.
No, it's been going on. It's been going on.
I didn't even know that. So that's the thing. So I haven't seen her. She wasn't even on AEW last night, I believe. And she was, from what I've seen and from what I've seen from clips, like I've not seen her last night. So maybe she was there. I don't know. I can't confirm that. I can't confirm it, but
like I said, the storylines all over the place. Not mad about it. Like not that they're all over the place. Like people aren't showing up to shows, but like you'll forget about. Like I said, they don't give you everybody every week unless it's a big storyline. Yeah. So you might forget. Oh, they are feuding. Oh, that is happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, you want to talk about the women's side? Who you got for that?
Sure. Yeah. I say Nyla Rose. Nyla Rose. I see her getting a title, but I don't see her. I don't see Shida winning it. Again,
and I think she has that like. She gives off that mentality that she's gonna be dominant again in AEW. I like the first run she had. Like that was pretty cool, dope. Yeah. So I think they should put the title back on her, and she'll. I feel
like she'll like help out the division a lot. If you put her against like other people like Big Swole, Britt Baker, other people who haven't been in a title match yet.
Yeah.
She'll probably put on great matches and feuds with them too.
I still want to see champion versus champion.
What do you mean, the NWA champion again? Or
the NWA and AEW champion.
Oh, that's the match I forgot too. They're on the card too. They're on the card too.
They're on the buy-in.
Yeah, they're on the buy-in now. I forgot about that.
Yeah. That's the NWA.
That's cool because Serena Deeb is actually signed to AEW, so she's NWA champion and an AEW superstar. So she could potentially, have
a champ or something like that.
Yeah, who knows? Hopefully.
I would just like to see champion versus champion. Don't put the belts on the line. Just have them go at it.
Nyla Rose.
Maybe down the line, like you put that in the storyline. Oh, like I beat you once, I could do it again for the belt. You know what I mean? Like something like that.
That'd be cool, like Serena Deeb versus Nyla Rose. I would totally see that happening too. And then I think her opponent, Serena Deeb's opponent, is just got her contract ended with NWA. Allison Kay, I think her name was.
Yes.
It's cool. Hopefully they sign her. They need to sign her. That would be cool to see her there and have her go for the AEW World Championship, Women's Championship, obviously. But was she NWA champion too, or Allison Kay? Was she NWA champion?
I don't think she was champion. I know she won like their cup or whatever.
It was a cup, like a tournament type of thing.
Yeah, they did like kind of like a tournament. I don't know if she won it, but she was in it. Let's see.
I'm gonna find out. Hold up. Champion. She was NWA.
Yeah, she lost it to Thunder Rosa.
They need to sign
January.
Her too. Need to sign her too.
Yeah.
I feel like she needs to be in AEW right now.
They need to build up their division. So listen to this. She's fighting for the belt this Saturday, and it says on November 3rd, Kay announced her departure from NWA.
So they picked her up on the same day. Wow, or next day. They could sign her and be like, "Yo, I'll give you a contract."
That's probably why she's getting tired. It's probably that she's signed to AEW now.
Yeah. Well, maybe who knows? Maybe what if she wins it back and resigns with NWA? We don't know.
Pull some CM Punk.
Yeah, really. It's not an AEW title, so she could win it, even though she's not officially signed to AEW. Because Serena Deeb is, so that's the thing. She's signed to AEW and NWA champion, so it's like someone holding. I'm surprised they're actually partnering with NWA because they don't do anything with New Japan. I think Moxley still U.S. champion over in New Japan? I feel like he's still a champion over there.
I believe so.
Yeah, so he doesn't bring, because I know Kenny Omega brings over he brought over his AAA title last time he fought last week.
Yeah.
So I know they're still doing
but
stuff with them.
That's because they have a deal with AAA, I believe.
Yeah. They do. But they don't have a deal with NWA or New Japan, but they bring over the NWA champion over.
NWA, they've been tied into them. Because if you remember at All In, was it All In? When Cody faced for the NWA championship.
Yes, he did, yeah.
And won it. They've been tied in ever since then.
I forgot about that. I didn't realize that.
So they must have a partnership that they could trade.
It's like low key, like they don't officially announced it, but they obviously are partnering with them, sending over superstars, stuff like that.
Yeah, if you look at it, a lot of the people, like NWA, got a lot of people signed right now.
Yeah, they do.
And actually doing stuff, like Kingston was in NWA for a little bit.
Yeah,
and he was teaming up with Homicide. Yeah. Like NWA has been doing their thing.
Exactly.
I think they only have the YouTube show, right?
Yeah, they do stuff on YouTube, not TV, I believe. Yeah. I don't think so. I've seen their stuff on YouTube. I think they're on like Fight TV too, as well. One of those channels they stream on as well.
I remember before the pandemic, they were like I
think that's what they were on before the pandemic hit. I think that's what they were on, Fight TV and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Now they're on YouTube. I'm guessing.
Yeah, because I know before the pandemic, I was watching them on YouTube. Like I think it was like Tuesdays at like 6:55. It was a weird time. Yeah, it was something weird like that.
Yeah, I remember that too. Now,
yeah,
they're doing it. I think that's cool. They're mentioning NWA. I hope it doesn't become a thing where it's like every time they defend it, it's on AEW, because if they're defending the NWA championship on AEW, then it's kind of weird. Give NWA the time to hold their champion. It's their champion; they can keep her on that brand. So might as well just. Hopefully, it's not every single time that she defends it.
Yeah.
Just once in a while. Like it's cool that she had that feud with Thunder Rosa with Cheetah. That was cool. But if you're defending it every single time on AEW, then it's too much for them.
Yeah, especially that if you're on the buy-in.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
They kind of look at it as a lesser title in AEW. They're just like, and the NWA champion. Just put it over there.
Yeah. Just give them let them keep their champion for a little bit. Give them their spot for them. But yeah.
I was gonna say, looked it up. John Moxley is still United States champion.
He is, yeah. That's weird how they don't you were assuming that New Japan would be like their main partnership, even though they're not official.
I think it's because New Japan has a deal with Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
I don't know if they still have it.
I don't think so either. I think it's because of the pandemic, it kind of slowed down a little bit.
Yeah.
But I feel like they are still. AEW should do some type of crossover with a different company after NWA. Like give them NWA their shine a little bit. Have people like what we've been seeing with Thunder Rosa and now Serena Deeb. Do it with another company. Maybe have another company come through. Be like, have their champions come through, so people can watch their company. I think that's what they're doing now with NWA. They're giving their time to shine so people can watch their company instead of being like, okay, here's your top champion, let them fight with your guys, stuff like that.
Nah, yeah, definitely.
Because I think AAA, I forgot that Kenny Omega was AAA world champion or cruiserweight champion. I don't think he's a cruiserweight, but he's a champion.
He's a champion over there, yeah.
Yeah.
Is he still champion?
He came out with the belt, I think 2 weeks ago, so I'm assuming.
Oh, okay.
One of his tournament matches, he came out with the belt. So that was like 2 weeks ago, I think.
See,
so
he picks and chooses when he wants to come out with the belt.
Yeah. And I don't know if is AAA still going on? I've not seen anything from them.
I don't think so. I don't think they've been doing anything right now.
Yeah. Because I like how
I could be wrong.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Me too. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna jump the gun here and say they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
But I like the crossovers too. They're bringing in AAA, NWA. They had not New Japan, but they've done something with other companies, which is cool. How they're bringing in every so often. I just hope it doesn't become permanent. So it's like they don't take away their champion or anything. I love that they're champion shine on your show.
But I like the idea of a crossover with different companies. I like that. Cool. And just don't OD with it. Like don't go overboard with it. Like even if you do one show, like
just one like a brand versus brand type of not like brand versus brand, but like a one time thing. Like have a champion where they come over.
Yeah, like a one-off. You have like a type of a Survivor Series kind of pay-per-view where, like, champ versus champs.
Yeah, something like that. So
something that will be enjoyable for all the fans.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like if you did, like, let's say AEW decided Impact come through for a pay-per-view.
I want to see that.
Let's do a show together. You know what I mean? Because AEW, they're just trying to be alternative right now. They're not trying to be the company. When they decide they want to be the company, I think that's when they'll stop. Because
I want to see. It's just an Impact. I want to see an Impact type of show.
Yeah, that would be cool.
There's a lot of dream matches I want to see from Impact versus AEW.
Definitely.
Like I've seen a whole bunch of things on Twitter where it's like, okay, that match I want to see. That match I want to see come over to the AEW for one time thing. Like a champion. Like who's their tag champion? The North, right? The North are their tag champions.
I don't know if they're still champions, to be honest. Are they?
What was their last pay-per-view? The last pay-per-view was Bound for Glory. They won.
Yeah.
Bound for Glory. Yeah, they won it back versus the Motor City Machine.
Motor City. Yeah.
And then they won it back. Because people were saying like the North kind of resemblances with FTR a little bit. I don't see it.
North is dope. I'd mess with the North OD.
Yeah, because the North versus FTR, people saying that they had the same style of wrestling. I don't know, but I can
Yeah, I could see it. That would actually be dope.
So that I would want to see that match happen. Maybe I don't know who's their woman. Who's the women's champion? I don't remember her name.
Who,
whatever. TNA women's champion.
Who, Deanna?
No, the person she lost to.
Oh, I'm bad with names.
Yeah, me too. I'm bad with these names. I've never heard of her before. But like she reminds me of what's her name from AEW? The zombie girl from AEW. I can't remember people's names right now. I don't know what's going on with me. But like there was AEW has signed a wrestler earlier this year. She's like Abaddon, I think his name was. She kind of has like a zombie persona, like a dead person.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she reminds me of. So I'm like, I have them go against each other. I don't know. Put the Impact title on the line. The Knockouts Championships. Or something.
Yeah.
Put the tag title, the Impact, the Knockouts tag champions.
Let's see. I'm gonna bring it up right now. Who's their champion? Su Yung.
Yeah.
That's her name, Su Yung.
Yeah. Su Yung, yeah.
I forgot about her name.
Yeah, me too. That would be a dream match I could see for the women's knockouts. Have her come over and have her go up against Nyla Rose or Serena Deeb because she's an AEW superstar. Yeah. NWA versus AEW versus Impact. Knockouts champion. That would be an awesome match for like a pay-per-view type of thing.
The only thing that you have is the problem is the TNT championship. I guess you can put it against the X Division championship.
Yeah.
Even though the X Division championship is more of like
it's more value
championship.
Yeah, that's the thing too.
That's how I look at the X Division. The X Division was like the cruiserweights.
Yeah.
They were the cruiserweights.
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily like a mid card. It's like I think the TNT is more of a mid carder than a X Division, even though the X Division championship has been around more and longer than the TNT.
Yeah,
it's like you're right. It's technically a cruiserweight championship. That's how I've always seen it as well. Because a lot of cruiserweights technically won it.
Yeah,
like, it's not like a.
If you look at all the matches, it's all
cruiserweights. It's like
cruiserweights until.
There was a few people who weren't cruiserweights that won it, but then like.
Yeah, but it was like it was only like in stupid storylines that.
Yeah. It's like they won it for like a little bit, and then they just went back to not having it, and because they won it back or something. But it was like that. That would be cool to see an Impact crossover with AEW. A lot of people have been talking about that. Would be so cool to see.
I just think it's cool, just in general, if you ever do a crossover. Like, I don't know how. I guess because WWE is just in that mindset that we create our own competition within, so we're gonna go against each other.
Yeah.
We're like they're the only ones that believe. Hey, Raw and SmackDown in competition. They're the only ones who believe that.
Exactly.
All us fans are like, to be honest, I was watching was it Jim Cornette? I forgot who it was. I want to say it was Jim Cornette. He was talking about Survivor Series. Don't quote me though, but somebody who was talking about Survivor Series. I'm not sure who it was. I kind of feel like it was Jim Cornette. And he was saying how every year it's the same thing.
Yeah,
every year it's Raw and SmackDown. Ever since, what was it, 2003? it's been like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was like since 2016 they went back to being SmackDown versus Raw, but I think from like 2003 to like 2015 it wasn't SmackDown versus Raw. I think there was like 2005, 2006 they went back. I remember
I want to say it stopped when like the draft stopped, so I want to say it was like 2009 when they stopped doing Raw versus SmackDown. But they kind of did Raw versus SmackDown, but not really, if you know what I mean. They kind of kept the same concept.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, they're the only ones that really believe they're in competition.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it makes sense if you brought up NXT like they did last year. That makes sense because they're like, I guess,
and kind of
in quote unquote developmental.
Yeah,
because they make sense. You know, they don't go up against SmackDown versus Raw that often. They don't go to those brands just to get called up. So that makes sense. But Raw versus SmackDown, it's like, come on, change this.
Like we talked about last week. Like, why haven't we seen? This year we should be seeing Retribution versus it should be a 5-on-5 match.
It should be feuds on feuds, not like how they used to do.
Yeah, it's Raw versus SmackDown. Yeah. They can't because they can't feud with anybody on Raw because they got feud with somebody on SmackDown. Yeah, but they can't feud with anybody on SmackDown
exactly.
because there's no other group on SmackDown.
Exactly, they could. I was literally thinking after last week's episode, it actually came up with the match for Survivor Series on SmackDown. They could literally do something on SmackDown. They could do like I don't want to get too much into Survivor Series, but they could They could do like Team Rollins versus Team Mysterio. You have Dominic and Ray, and 3 other guys versus Rollins and 4 other guys.
And you put Buddy on that team, and you make them do their stupid little storyline that's been going on, and you just keep on bringing. It's just always gotta be Raw versus SmackDown, and I feel like we know it's not competition. I know. As fans be like, oh yeah, Raw's better, oh SmackDown's better, but we know they're all signed to the same company, to the same contract. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a real thing. I'm just, I would like to see, like you said, Team Rollins versus Team Mysterio, something that makes sense for storyline for the next couple of weeks. When's Survivor Series? The 20
this month, November 22nd
like
or 23rd.
Like the week. It's always the Sunday before Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
So it's the 20 something.
Yeah.
From starting, I'm gonna say either next week or starting Friday, we're gonna start seeing invasions.
That's what I was thinking too.
Couldn't think of the word.
I was thinking that too. Like, how come they haven't done anything yet with invasions? So I'm like, I've not seen because Survivor Series, the current like feuds going on for the pay-per-view, like the champion versus champions. Literally, the only 2 champion matches that are feuding with each other are Lashley versus Zayn, and then the tag team champions go up against each other. Every single other match on that card, they're still feuding with their previous feuds. Like Roman Reigns still feuding with Jay. Randy Orton still feuding with McIntyre, the 3 other guys. Sasha still feuding with Bayley. And then you have the Raw team from the men still feuding with each other. The Raw women's team still feuding with each other. They're not feuding with their other opponents. They're feuding with each other.
And then also, we talked about this also, how loyal was your team to your brand when they just came to the brand 2 weeks ago?
Exactly.
They haven't even been there a month. Because they're like, oh, you got to be loyal to the SmackDown team. You got to be loyal to the Raw team. How loyal are the guys that you're picking for this team when they just came over from the other show?
Yeah, really. I don't understand. I think it was too late to do that.
That's like in sports. Like, let's say I'm the owner of a team. And let's say I'm the owner of the Knicks, right?
Yeah.
And I trade somebody for LeBron James. And LeBron James is like, I bleed blue and orange.
Like,
homie, you haven't even played a game yet. And you've been everywhere in the world. How are you bleeding blue and orange?
You were bleeding.
Makes no sense.
Exactly.
Bleeding purple and yellow,
and gold. Yeah.
Red and, like, it's just
red and black. You get all these.
Just not loyal, bleeding everything, bro. But that's how it is. But that's how I see it. Like, they just, like, maybe if the draft would have happened earlier,
maybe it makes
like
sense.
After SummerSlam, it was like, okay, they've been there for a couple months. But it's like, how really loyal are they to the brand?
Yeah, really.
They just hopped over.
Exactly.
All right, but that's it for Survivor Series. I just wanted to get on top of that because we were talking about facts.
Right.
We were talking about promotional
crossover
shows.
All right, so next match for AEW Full Gear that we're talking about. This match is kind of, I really want to see. I don't know what to expect. I'm having high expectations for it, but I want to see how it plays out. The Elite deletion match between Matt Hardy and Sam Guevara. You've seen the deletion match before. I think in WWE they had one. That was the thing between Broken Matt Hardy, and Bray Wyatt. Yeah. So I'm assuming it's the same concept. It's gonna be outside kind of thing, like a different compound, maybe similar to the Wyatt compound, but.
If they do it at the Hardy compound, that'd be lit. Because I know they had the deletion matches in Impact also.
Yeah.
Where he went against Jeff. And then they did the tag match where they went against Abyss and oh my god, that guy slipped his.
I know what you're talking about. And
I know
what you're talking about. There were
Steve.
Killer Steve? Not Killer Steve. That's Killer.
I'm gonna look it up right now. Hold on.
Not crazy.
We're doing a lot of
thinking right now. Today, I don't know. Yeah,
but I have to. I know.
I don't know. It's something Steve. I know what you're talking about. Impact Steve.
Crazy Steve. Yeah.
Yeah, it was very Crazy Steve. Yeah.
The Decay. I forgot their name. Yeah. The Decay. So they did their thing at the. So it'll be cool to see them back at the Hardy compound.
Yeah, that's what I'm expecting too. That's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting to be like that type of match in the Hardy compound instead of in the ring. Because other than that, I think they might just make it like in the Daily Palace, whatever, and like a no disqualification probably. I'm assuming. Yeah. But hopefully they do in the Hardy compound. That would be so cool. Yeah, they'll probably make it.
And it'll be different.
Yeah, it'd be cool if they did it in like the stadium, but that would be like a stadium stampede match again.
Yeah. And then also they've already fought like backstage.
Yeah, tons of times. That's how he got injured last time with Double or Nothing, I believe it was, or whatever the last pay-per-view was.
Yeah, I believe it was Double or Nothing.
All out, my fault.
Was it All Out?
Yeah.
No, All Out. Double or Nothing in May.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
We're confused today, man. We're so confused today. We're so confused today. It's been a long week, man. Give us a break. But yeah, All Out. Jeff Hardy came. Like, I'm surprised they're doing another match, like especially in the Hardy compound, something crazy again at the last time.
I like that.
Yeah, it's different. I like it, but it's like too soon for it, maybe, or maybe not. I don't know, because Matt Hardy got a concussion last match they had. It was like a backstage brawl or something.
He's cleared. It was the first week of September.
I know.
He should be good.
But no, like I'm cautious for him. I'm afraid he's gonna get hurt again. I love Matt Hardy.
I feel you.
But yeah,
maybe that's why they're doing this kind of match. Like if it's a cinematic match, so to be safer.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I'm hoping it's something like that because I don't think.
And you can't really put like I saw Matt Hardy's wife going off on Twitter talking about how they don't respect him and they don't even care. It happens. Mistakes happen.
Yeah, it happens.
You can't blame everything on Sammy. You can't blame everything on AEW. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like the day that I think he threw the chair at him and busted him open by mistake.
Yeah.
That was a mistake.
Exactly.
The chair was supposed to he was supposed to throw a chair
block
at him.
Yeah, he was a block him.
Yeah. Maybe I think like the edge of it caught him or something like that. It was something that just happened. The fall that they did at All Out that he fucking knocked his head on the concrete. That's just.
Oh yeah, that was an accident.
It's a mistake. Yeah, it's not like Sammy said, "Yo,
let's continue
tonight. Tonight I'm gonna slam his
head on the concrete,
and then just continue the match, and then just continue." Like,
I mean, like they should have been aware. Like, hey, you're not, like, hey, you're not well, but still, like, it's a mistake. Things happen. It's wrestling. People get hurt all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's the sport. Literally, the sport. You get hurt.
Yeah.
You can't like be 100% healthy at the end of like a brutal match like that. Of course, someone's gonna get hurt a little bit, but that's like I know concussions are like kind of bad. They're bad injuries.
A little bit.
A little bit, but like still.
A little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. People get concussions in wrestling all the time. It's a wrestling thing. But still, yeah. Hopefully, I'm expecting kind of like a cinematic match for this one.
Yeah, me too.
And that's why I'm waiting for it to see what happens. Maybe it won't. I hope it is. I wish it is.
I hope it is. Yeah, me too.
I think I may be wrong. I feel like there's a stipulation on this match, if I'm mistaken. I think it's like if Matt Hardy loses, he's out of AEW. I may be wrong.
What?
I think so.
I don't know.
They may have been for All Out. I may be wrong. But I'm still hoping for Sammy to win. I want Sammy to win this match, kind of, because I want him to be like beating up the legends. You know, like Sammy. That would be a big win for him. And I want that. I like Sammy Guevara.
I like him. He's dope. He's dope. A lot of people gave Jim Ross slack when I think it was at the beginning of AEW, like when I first started, that he was like, oh, he kind of reminds me of Eddie Guerrero. and people like trashed him for it.
I can see it. I kind of see it.
Not Eddie Guerrero, 2000 to 2004. I could see it WCW. Eddie Guerrero.
I wouldn't say prime Eddie Guerrero. I'm talking about early Eddie Guerrero days. Yeah.
Like even before the Halloween Havoc with him and
Mysterio.
I would say maybe like ECW Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, me too.
He was still putting on matches, but he wasn't at that peak yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know why. I just wanted to say that. I don't know why Jim Ross got slapped for that. Like, I can see it. It's not far fetched. Now, if he was like, "Oh, Sammy reminds me of Stone Cold Steve Austin,"
they'd be like, "Nah, get out."
How JR? How?
Yeah. God, because of the weirdest analogies there. But yeah, I would agree with him on that. Like early Eddie Guerrero days, not prime.
No, definitely.
Like, definitely.
And that's what he said. He reminds me of a young Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah. Exactly.
And everybody got on top of him. I said, relax.
Exactly.
Let JR have his opinions. And guess what? You should listen to him because JR is the man.
Exactly. He's the GOAT.
Yeah, he's the GOAT.
Every time I hear him talk, it reminds me of not early SmackDown, my early days of watching SmackDown, like late 2008 or early 2008. That reminds me of those days. But anyway.
To be honest, it's either between him and Joey Styles. Joey Styles.
I remember Joey. Yeah.
Is the man.
He reminds me of ECW though. Every time I hear his voice, it reminds me of ECW.
Oh, it's ECW. Oh my God. Yeah, it's ECW. And he used to call those shows by himself. Like he was dead just in a box talking to himself about the match and calling it as it happened. It was only him.
It was only him?
It was only him on most shows.
Wasn't it him and Matt Striker too?
Striker. Yeah, when they rebooted it in WWE, but like in the 90s when ECW was like at its prime, he was calling the shows by himself.
Damn, that was the hardest.
The first pay-per-view by himself, and then Tommy Dreamer came in the main event because it was part of the storyline.
Damn,
my man was a G. My man was it. Go back and watch one of the pay-per-views, and it's just him.
Him by himself. Damn.
Just him calling it, knowing everybody's name, knowing all the moves. It was just insane. Yeah. But yeah, him and Jim Ross are up there. Just wanted to put that out there.
Exactly. Jim Ross.
Didn't want to show disrespect to Joey Styles.
Who do you got winning for Matt Hardy and Sammy Guevara then? Who do you got that match?
I got Sammy.
Got Sammy? Bet.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel Matt Hardy's here to help.
The younger guys.
Yeah.
Like how he's doing with Private Party.
Exactly.
Stuff like that. Which Private Party should? I don't. I'll get into that different episode. I don't want to
start with me.
Exactly.
We could talk about when we get to that match.
Yeah. We'll get to that match soon.
But yeah, Sammy.
Then the next match we have one of my favorites. A lot of these matches are my favorites, but I can't. I think it's up there for me. MJF versus Chris Jericho. Where if MJF wins, he's in the inner circle.
Yeah. I like it.
I got MJF winning. I got MJF. Yeah. I got him winning. I really want to see him in inner circle and take over. That's my vision of this. I feel like he's gonna win it. He's gonna kick Jericho out. Then it's gonna be him, Wardlow, Hager, Sammy Guevara, then Proud and Powerful. Those 6 guys would be a dominant faction. I feel like they're gonna eventually, if MJF wins and joins it, I think he's gonna become the leader, and then he's gonna kick Jericho out, and those guys are gonna turn on Jericho as well.
I think he's gonna try and kick Jericho out. I don't know if he will. I know that would be the feud, like that would be the storyline, like him trying to take over, him trying to put Wardlow over Hager, like he's the muscle now. You know what I mean? Like
because you have 2 big guys in the faction now. If he wins, that would be amazing. Them 2 as a tag team would be awesome. That would be great.
Hell yeah. But I feel like if he joins, it'll be cool. I just don't want to see him. I just don't want to see it rushed. I don't want to see him take over in like the next month. You know what I mean?
Play it out. Let it
play out. Let maybe MJF win the TNT title. You know what I mean? Like let it build out.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm the only one with a title in this group. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Like build it up slowly.
Then
and then we have the big match at the end, Jericho versus MJF. Winner becomes the leader of the
loser leaves, and then
winner becomes a leader. Yeah.
Like, I agree with that. Like, you have MJF maybe like Proud and Powerful or somebody win tag team champions.
Or maybe it works out and maybe they don't end up chill. You know what I mean? Yeah,
yeah.
Like they still bicker inside the group, but that's it. They don't break up or nothing.
Yeah, that's the thing too. If they're them two are in the group, I don't see them. It's weird to see both of them in the same group though. Like one of them has to be the leader. I can't see them together in the group. That's what confuses me. That's why I'm expecting one of them to leave.
No, I could see them both in the same group because
they're
the only two that talk.
Yeah.
So it's not like everybody has to have a piece of the promo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
MJF and Jericho are gonna be the only ones talking in the group if he joins the group.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because I find it kind of like maybe it does work. Maybe I'm like overthinking this or something. I don't know. But like I don't see them. It's kind of like we've said in the past. Let's see it play out first. I want to see it play out first.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Though. I see what you're saying. Like it's gonna be tough having the two top heels in the same group.
Yeah.
I feel you.
So one of them has to get the push over the other. You know, it's like having, for example, in WWE, it's like having Roman and Randy in the same faction. Like it's not gonna. Both of them are top heels. Why are you gonna have them in the same group? It's like that. So
you could look back at like the old days of WWF where like the two top heels were Triple H and Taker. And they were in the corporate ministry together. You know what I mean? Like, even though that was like a little bit of a time, like it wasn't like
permanent.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, you did have Evolution too, which was like a group of heels, top heels in the company.
Heels, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it will work. I don't know.
And maybe down the line we'll get the Ric Flair and Triple H treatment, where Chris Jericho isn't wrestling as much because he's getting older.
Yeah.
He's not wrestling as much. But he's there still as a leader like Ric Flair was, but still hyping up Triple H, a.k.a. MJF.
Yeah. Yeah, that could work. Yeah, that could be true. That's true. I see that happening.
The fantasy booking in this podcast is insane.
Exactly. We need to be writers for some company. But I still see MJF winning. I feel like he's going to join Inner Circle.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I feel like he's going to be in it.
Actually, you know what? No, we've been agreeing too much. I say Jericho.
Oh, he's switching on me now. Okay, I see.
Turning heel real quick. I'm gonna say Jericho. Heel.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna say Jericho because you could go a lot of ways with the storyline that like MJF loses by like Inner Circle coming out and helping Jericho out, or Jericho just doing a heel thing, grabbing the tights or holding the rope or something. Something that MJF's like, yo, you didn't win clean.
That'd be twice in a row when he got cheated out as, because he technically Moxley cheated at All Out for the championship. So I don't know if they're gonna book a double cheating victory for MJF. Maybe they will. Who knows? Because that's probably gonna get MJF more mad, or maybe more.
But it makes him more of a heel because he's just complaining about it.
Yeah.
And even though Jericho's a heel, people love Jericho.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
So, and also you can't have one of them turn babyface.
Exactly.
It just don't work. It won't work.
Yeah.
Like the Jericho AEW character won't work as a babyface.
Yeah, that's true.
Like you could try it.
People still love him though.
Work.
People, I don't get it. Like he's a heel, but people love him. So that's why I'm saying like if one of them.
It's because it's Jericho.
That's true. It's Jericho.
Like people just love Jericho. I don't know how to put it.
That is true. I mean, I really hope MJF will win this match. It'll be cool to see him in a faction.
It's gonna be a cool match. I think they're gonna do some like some stupid funny bits throughout the match.
I feel like it's gonna be like a joke of a match, a great match, but kind of like a joke, like make people laugh and stuff like that.
Like at the beginning, I know they're gonna do the pose off where they're gonna both go to the top rope and try to get like the cheers. Like it's just stuff like that like,
stuff like that.
It fits their characters. You know what I mean? Like we were talking about I think last week. It just fits their characters that they do stuff like that.
Yeah, and like I remember at All Out, I think the buy-in, they just like shook hands and like they complimented each other. They just felt well together. I don't know what it is. They just fit well together.
That's what I'm saying.
They probably do some funny stuff together.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If they're in a group together, we might get like
but then just
comedy out of both of them.
Yeah, but I feel like they're just gonna make it all about them and not the rest of the guys. You know what I mean? probably gonna be all, like just them two doing everything, and then the rest of the guys are gonna be like just there, just standing there, do nothing, and they're gonna get at them.
That's kind of how they have it going right now.
Yeah.
Like PNP. Well, I don't even know if they call it PNP anymore, but Santana and Ortiz, like, what's up?
Yeah, what's up? I agree. We haven't seen
how haven't they
gotten a title opportunity yet? Like,
haven't they held it yet?
Yeah, really.
Like, how aren't they holding it right now? Because it's insane to me.
They had Omega and Hangman, Adam Page, hold the titles for so long, which is the next match I want to get into, by the way.
Let's talk about it.
Omega versus Hangman, Adam Page, with a winner who will receive a future AEW title shot. Who do you have in that match?
Double count out.
Double
count out.
I thought you double count out. No one wins.
Double count out. The fans win. With a double
everyone gets out. Everyone versus Jon Moxley. Everyone versus John.
Man, you know my feelings towards Omega and Hangman.
Yeah,
I just don't. I don't think any of them should be near the title.
Really?
I don't think. Kenny, maybe.
Yeah.
Hangman, they messed up. Like, they just with his character with drinking and stuff. It's just weird.
I felt like Hangman and Page should have won the first ever AEW World Championship.
He should have.
He should have.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Jericho's title reign, but they should have gone with Hangman and Page right there.
He should have, but
they wasted. Yeah,
Jericho.
He cannot make Jericho.
And then also, what kind of moment would it have been Moxley coming out on Page?
Yeah,
Like, got no history with him.
Exactly. They already built
Jericho
up.
just made sense.
Yeah.
Especially if it was like your first time watching the AEW. Just made sense because okay, he changed his name, but they got history together. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But again, that's what I'm saying. But, in my opinion, I think Kenny Omega should win this. If they were to choose between one of the guys, obviously, it probably would be Omega, because I like what they've been doing with him so far. They've been giving him that, it seems like they're bringing back the cleaner gimmick as a heel, which I like, and I want to be back. And that match, Omega versus Moxley with the cleaner gimmick, that would be amazing. I would love to see that match, and I think that Omega would beat Moxley in the future.
I don't think we're gonna get that match though.
Ooh,
Omega and Moxley, but we'll talk about that later. But I'm gonna have to go with.
If you had,
this is like voting for the president. The worst. Which one? I'll say I'm gonna go with Kenny Omega because Kenny Omega is Kenny Omega, and people love him. He's cool. Don't get me wrong. Just don't think he should be in the title picture
at the moment.
Yeah. This in the perfect world, right?
Yeah.
Page would have took the belt off of Jericho, or off of Moxley. He would have been champion already.
Yeah.
And Omega would be in the TNT champion picture.
Yeah.
Don't know why any of them are in the world title picture right now, but they've been building it up for a year, so I can't say nothing. You know what I mean? Like, this has been their storyline.
Yeah.
And every pay-per-view, you thought they were going to break up.
Exactly.
You thought they were going to break up, and it didn't happen.
Exactly. But now you broke them up, and then it's like, okay, now we got to see them one-on-one for the...
Yeah.
But in my world, I see, like, in my vision, I see Omega... I guess we'll talk about it more later, but I see Omega beating Moxley, in my opinion. It makes sense to me. I don't know why, but it makes sense to me.
No,
So I got Omega winning this one too, in my opinion.
Yeah. I love Adam Page though. I just feel like with this whole drinking character, they really like. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like it's weird. It's weird. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just
like
a
it's
weird
not
gimmick.
exactly.
Like, it was cool at first. Oh,
but then
he drinks. Dope. That was the whole thing. He drinks. Cool.
Yeah, awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. He's drunk and he's wrestling. Great.
Yeah.
He's drunk and he's wrestling. He's a drunk wrestler. He's cool.
Basically, it reminded me of when they used to do the. I don't know if you've ever seen this. They did like a storyline with Scott Horn, WCW. When he was going through like a drinking problem.
I remember
and he had a drinking problem. His character had a drinking problem. So what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Y'all feeding into him.
I don't take this serious though. I don't take it serious. It seems like he's gonna like get squashed in my opinion against Omega. I don't think it's gonna be like
so?
because like, if they make him drink, why would doesn't make sense? I feel like they're dragging that character out to his wrestling.
Nah, I actually think it's gonna be a fire match though.
Maybe, yeah.
I think they'll go at it, and then it'll be a double count out, and nobody. Nah, but I think
really
it's gonna be a fire. But I think it'll be a dope match.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a good match. They got chemistry. They got chemistry.
Yeah, but I don't see the drunk Hangman or Page winning against Omega.
They need to stop with that. They need to stop with that.
Yeah, they gotta stop with that. It was like you said. It was cool at first, but
it was cool for what he was doing. Now it's just like
he's doing it for too long.
Yeah.
No, it's like I don't like it.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So yeah, Omega winning that match. This match I'm kind of iffy about. Not really too much excited for. Cody Rhodes. Let me say that Cody Rhodes now versus Darby Allin for the TNT. You didn't hear about that?
No. What happened?
Cody Rhodes is allowed to give his last name back. He's able to get his last name now. So it's Cody Rhodes.
Oh, word?
WWE dropped the trademark. Ooh. And now Cody Rhodes can use it. So Cody Rhodes. I'm saying his full name now. Cody Rhodes.
Hold that L. Wow.
Cody Rhodes. I'm gonna call him that from now. I'm not gonna stop saying his name. Cody Rhodes versus Darby Allin for the TNT Championship. Cody Rhodes is winning this. I got Rhodes. I don't see him losing it. Obviously the TNT Championship. I feel like the TNT Network has obviously some control over it. You know, that they can choose what champion they want, and I don't see them not going. No, I'm not trying to disrespect Darby Allin, but like
I hear disrespect.
No, don't disrespect. I'm not disrespecting Darby Allin. It's a favor. But like, I don't see the TNT Network being like, oh, let's give Darby Allin the championship now. I feel like it's too soon since he just won it like 3-4 weeks ago. So I think they want to make Cody Rhodes hold on for the championship just a little bit longer, and maybe just lose it eventually. But right now, I still got Cody Rhodes winning this. I don't see him losing that Full Gear. It's going to be a great match.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I'm going to say Darby Allin. I think it's cool to see somebody else win the belt. I think Cody Rhodes was just to get it off the big man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think they're really trying to push Darby with this match, but putting him in the title picture. I feel like Cody Rhodes is slowly like turning heel.
He's like, I somewhat see it, but people still love him.
I don't even know what to call him. Is he like?
I still call him babyface.
He picks and chooses.
Yeah,
it's like all his matches have been kind of like
calling out like open challenges kind of thing.
Yeah, but like all the stuff that's been going on has been kind of like heelish stuff, but not really.
Like what do you mean?
Like the Orange Cassidy thing. That Orange Cassidy almost beat him, but then time expired. It was like, oh, Cody got saved.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like little stuff like that. Then Arn Anderson and him had like a little beef for a little bit. I think when he was going after the belt, like it was just weird.
When he first came out with the black hair, that's what I was like, okay, is he a different heel? Is he heel now?
Yeah.
But then he went back to being blonde. So I'm like, okay, is he heel? Is he babyface? I don't know what he's trying to persuade here.
But I think Allen's gonna win this. I think Darby Allen's gonna win this, and I think
upset.
Yeah, and I think Cody Rhodes. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say he's going full heel.
Full gear, night. Wow.
I think Darby Allin wins and he
attacks him.
Gets tight, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Would he attack Arn Anderson?
Oh, he's hitting him with a crossroads. Yeah. It's lit. It's lit.
He's attacking everyone.
Yo, imagine we got Cody Rhodes versus Arn Anderson. He tries to do a crossroads. Arn Anderson pushes him, trying to give him a spine buster. Yo, I'll be like, yo, facts. Be like, yo, this is it.
This is the main event right here.
But
coming out of retirement years later.
But I think Darby Allin got it. I don't know about the whole heel thing, but that would be cool to see. Just to see see Cody Rhodes get a little shakeup in his character.
I kind of agree with see that now because you kind of have Kenny Omega slowly turning heel, Young Bucks turning heel a little bit. Then now you have Cody. I wouldn't be surprised if he turned heel on Saturday. Wouldn't be surprised.
Even if
now that I think about it, I wouldn't be surprised.
Even if he doesn't turn heel, but he wins shady.
Yeah.
Gives a low blow and then hits a crossroad. You know what I mean? Like something like that. Yeah. Rakes the eye, hits a cross. Something that gives you the effect that he's a heel, but he's still trying to act like a babyface.
Yeah, maybe like Wednesday he'll come out and be like, "Yo, why did I do this? I'll explain something like that.
Or he'll just won't. I think it would be better if he doesn't even talk about it.
Yeah.
It'd be like, I won this for the fans. Won it clean, fair. Like, go all out with it. Say that you did not cheat. I think that is the most. I think that makes people hate you even more when you won't admit it. So I think that will create even more of a heel persona for him.
And then you had like other wrestlers come out and be like, "Yo, you cheated, man. Why'd you cheat?" And they'd be like, "I didn't cheat.
Yeah,
I didn't do anything.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, what are you talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he plays it off, and then that gets him angry and be like, "Yo, I don't cheat," and then he gets turned heel. That's it.
Yeah, but then don't even go full heel. Just keep doing
it.
Keep doing that kind of stuff.
Drag
you know what? And then whoever comes out and tells him, be like, you know what? I'm gonna give you a match tonight for the belt. Have him cheat to win, but he still says the next week, I won fair.
Yeah, like cheat. I'm not a cheater.
I showed you I did not cheat. Da 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 da. I don't know what these people are talking about. Just keep going with it, and people will start hating him because of it.
Exactly. That's how.
But yeah, I'm gonna pick Darby Allin.
Exactly. I mean, I still say Cody. I still got Cody winning this. Next match, also one I'm excited for, the AEW Tag Team Championship match between the Young Bucks and FTR, where if the Young Bucks lose, they can't go back. They can't face for the AEW Tag Team Championships again. Who do you got winning that match? Who's your pick?
The Bucks.
The Bucks, me too.
The Bucks. They can't. They can't lose. I saw that stipulation. I said,
like, yeah, they're winning this. They're not because.
And Tully's banned from ringside. I'm like, yo, you're giving me the match away, but I'm still gonna watch it.
Yeah.
You're basically telling me, yo, the Bucks got this.
People are expecting the Young Bucks to lose since they had that stipulation, like Cody did with the AEW World Championship. You know, like if they lose, they can't go after it anymore.
That's just to throw you off.
Exactly. That's to throw you off. But they're going to win it. They're going to win it.
Cody didn't go after a world title, but guess what? My man's still holding the belt, right?
Exactly.
He said, guess what? I can't hold that belt. I'm going to create a title.
Exactly. I'm going to make one, and I'm going to win that one. Yeah, and I'm going to win that one. So
Young Bucks lose, they're going to be like, you know what? We're going to bring in the New Japan style. We're going to have junior and heavyweight tag team title. And guess what? We're going to be the junior heavyweight
They should. They literally should, though, because they have so many tag teams that can go after both belts. And go after it. Put it.
I always love the idea in New Japan, how they have the juniors and then the heavyweights. I feel like that's dope.
But they don't have, a lot of their tag teams are juniors anyways. I don't see any, heavyweight tag teams.
Yeah, like
I don't know what you
heavyweight tag teams was like right now. I think Tama Tonga and his brother are tag team champions.
I mean, like in AEW.
Oh, in AEW.
Yeah. I don't see any because a lot of them are kind of like cruiserweight style. They're all like high flyer. Wardlow. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that'd be chill. You have Santana, Ortiz, Private Party.
Because what it is like in New Japan, I think it's they do it by weight limit.
Well, what would be their?
I think it's like 205. I think it's 205.
If both of them are 205?
No, like I think if you're under 205 or under 200, you're
okay. You mean each individual, both competitors are under 205? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Not like combined.
Oh no, that'll be.
No, yeah, like each.
If you're under 410 combined, then you can.
So I think because I remember when the Bucks lost the junior tag team belts at Wrestle Kingdom, they came out the night after, I believe, and say, yo, we're jumping to heavyweight. And then, like, the next couple of months, they were just on social media, like, bulking up.
Yeah,
so I think it's by weight limit. Because if you look at New Japan, like, if you look at who has won the heavyweight tag team titles, the Club. You know what I mean? Like, Tama Tonga and his brother. Evil and...
the new Bullet Club member? I don't remember his name either. But I know you're talking about.
I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. But, yes.
Yeah.
But it's just, and then if you look at the juniors, it was like the Young Bucks, Rocky Romero and Trent. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. Like guys like that, small guys.
Yeah.
And then when they decided, yo, we're moving up, they bulked up and then went for the heavyweight belts.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
that would be cool if they did that in AEW. But then again, AEW Ray has a lot going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, New Japan be putting on, like, 3 or 4 hour shows just every week. They'll be like, yo, 3 or 4 hours. We'll see what time this ends. We don't have an end time.
It's
just like, yo, we'll see what time this ends. You're gonna watch it today? All right, cool. What time does it end?
I don't know. Couldn't
tell you.
Figure it out yourself, man.
Yeah, like
the youth.
So I feel they have more time to fit everything in.
Yeah. So I mean that could be true. I mean, who knows?
But also, I think the stipulation is to throw people off the same way that Cody did his. Oh, I can never go after the world title. I think this is just to throw people off, and I think the Bucks are gonna win. Once I also saw Tully was banned from ringside.
Yeah, I was like that has to be.
Yeah,
the Bucks are winning it.
I don't know. Hopefully,
this also would extend the feud a little more, because let's say if the Young Bucks lose this, they don't go after the titles again, and then that might be the end for a while between the two teams. You know, because this has been building up for a couple of years ever since the FTR was in WWE on social media. So they can't just end it right here, because that would just basically be the end of them feuding.
Exactly.
So if they want this feud to continue on going,
unless like again a dirty finish and they fight for that, that didn't count. They cheated.
Unless they lose by disqualification, they don't win the titles, but they don't lose the match, so they can still go after the titles again.
Very true. Very true.
Because the thing is, in AEW, even though disqualification, like they don't do disqualifications that often. Like there'll be singles one-on-one matches, they can hit each other with weapons, and the ref won't call it. It's weird. So like I don't understand that. Like it's like, isn't the match over?
I don't know. I don't
get that.
I don't know why companies do that. I don't know why they at least.
I mean, it's cool, but it's like, come on. At least, exactly. At least say it. Like, say it's like a no disqualification match or like something. Because then it's like, isn't the match over? Who won?
Like, you're not gonna call for the belt.
Yeah, are you? Do something. I don't know what's going on, but unless they do something like that. But because I don't see, the Young Bucks losing, then don't go up against FTR for a while again. I feel like this feud.
It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I mean, you can always have them feud outside of the belts.
Yeah, that's true.
But it just doesn't.
Yeah.
Doesn't really make sense for the Bucks not to win this.
Exactly.
Like, I don't even know. Like, I'm not really against them having the belts. I'm just afraid of the Kenny Omega and Adam Page.
Oh no, I don't want this. Yeah.
That they hold it
for like almost a year.
Next year.
Yeah.
And they won't lose it to like All Out or something.
Yeah.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Exactly, because you have so many tag teams that can beat them for it, and it's like give them. That's what I wanted to happen earlier. Have one of those tag teams beat Omega and Hangman and Page, not FTR. They just got here this year.
I don't know how Santana and Ortiz aren't champions.
Exactly.
I don't understand.
So many other tag teams have faced Omega and Page before for the tag belts, and none of them won it. Like I understand they're trying to make Omega and Page like more superior, but come on,
you're making them like
they're not even a real
untouchable.
Exactly,
and they're
not even a real team.
Let's talk about because they're not. I'm gonna give you a hot take right now. I'm gonna give you a hot take. Kenny Omega, cool, awesome. Little overrated.
Yeah.
Adam Page, I don't even think is on his level.
Yeah.
But of course, he deserves his spot. He put in the work. He did his thing. I just feel they're a little both overhyped.
Yeah, exactly.
Kenny Omega, cool. He's dope. I even saw him in person. He can put on a show. He can give you a 5-star match. After the thing with Okada, people acted like he was God.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking too.
Because Meltzer gave it above 5 stars or whatever. Again.
And ever since then, he deserves every championship. Like, no,
relax. Yeah, it's like he really doesn't. Like
he doesn't need the title, but it'll be.
What it is that he don't have a real personality.
The only time I like Kenny Omega is with, like I said before, the cleaner gimmick. The cleaner thing is like, okay, it's cool. It makes him look badass, but like the current Kenny Omega, like before this, I was like, I don't like him. I don't understand what's so hype about him. I don't get it.
It's just weird. Like nothing. I'm not taking nothing away from anything.
Yeah. I'm not trying to.
But I just feel, in my personal opinion, they're both a little overhyped. Mm-hmm. I feel like Kenny Omega doesn't have that much of a personality.
I feel like AEW ruined Page when he lost to Jericho. He should have won it, and then that's when I cared about him. Now I'm like, okay, whatever.
I feel why they did it the way they did because of the whole Moxley thing. I mean, you could have did that 2 pay-per-views in, but I guess that was like the kickoff. That was like the kickoff. So they were like, how do we get people? Because it was before the first show even happened. It was like, how do we make sure?
Yeah, was that All Out? I think.
Yeah,
it was the Double or Nothing. One of those pay-per-views.
It was in September, right?
The AEW Dynamite debuted in October.
Let me see.
But I think it was no. It was he showed up at Double or Nothing because remember the chips that he stood up against. He stood up against. It was I remember that picture. Classic picture right there. So
it was like how are we gonna get people to tune in? Because this was like the kickoff of their company.
Yeah, literally
this was the kickoff. This was this was the title match. It was like, how do we get people to not only tune in to All Out in September, but also tune in October when we kick off on TV. You could have waited till All Out to bring in Moxley, but would it have had the same headlines as it did in May?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like straight off of his contract. He was
literally like months after, like not even. I don't think it was like 2 months.
Yeah, already showed. It was like was he already in New Japan?
I think. No. He showed up in. I think he showed up in New Japan after that because I remember watching Double or Nothing. I was like, okay. When I saw Moxley come out, I was like, wow, I haven't seen him since WWE. So I think it was straight off like off his contract. He just showed up to AEW. Then after that, people that's when other companies was like, all right, let's get Moxley in our group, something like that. I don't know, but I think that.
But I know he won the belt quick in New Japan.
Because I remember.
I think he won it right after
his Double or Nothing debut.
I think like the next match he had in New Japan, he won the belt. I think that's how it went.
Yeah. Because I remember, I think him and Juice Robinson were the ones that were going up. Yeah. And then after that, it was Lance Archer.
So it kind of like just made sense. Like, okay.
Yeah, you have Moxley.
How you going to have Moxley attack Page?
Exactly.
But then also, how would you have him debut if you have Page win?
That is true. Yeah.
It's just tough.
But you have Jericho, might as well have Jericho, who's someone who he had experience with and chemistry with.
Yeah. So not only do you have Jon Moxley shows up at Double or Nothing, you also have Chris Jericho, former WWE champion, wins AEW champion.
Exactly.
So it just made sense. Yeah, it just made sense in a business standpoint of getting people to get their eyes on the product.
Yeah, that's true.
But speaking of you could always gave Page the belt after.
Yeah, that is true.
Like you didn't have to give it directly to Moxley. Could have gave it to Page first.
Yeah.
Just didn't make sense.
I guess we can get into that match now.
Let's talk about it.
Eddie Kingston versus Jon Moxley, AEW World Championship in an I Quit match. I know your answer to this. You got your boy Kingston winning this, right?
Oh, you know that for a fact. I think he's going to win this. I think this is perfect timing for him to win it. This is perfect timing for Moxley to drop it. I feel like Moxley doesn't need the belt at this moment. I think he's already like he put the company on his back. Not gonna lie, Moxley. Yeah. Especially during this pandemic.
Yeah.
Like he did his thing, but now it's time for the Eddie Kingston show.
I was thinking of Eddie Kingston, but after last night, I was kind of. I loved the promo last night. Don't get me wrong. I loved it.
Are you about to trash the promo?
Okay, no.
Are you about to trash the promo right now?
No, this is what I'm thinking though, because of course they're bringing up like Eddie Kingston's past and like when he went deep. He talked about his mom. I was like, yo, he went there. He said,
I'm gonna give this to my mom. Tell her this is the reason she don't have a grandchild. Why she don't have a daughter-in-law. Oh man, what a promo.
Yeah.
He was all up in his face.
And then
it made me want to buy the pay-per-view. I told you that. It made me want to buy the pay-per-view just off that promo alone.
But I feel like if they want to continue that story, you have him lose against Jon Moxley. Because then now after that you have Eddie Kingston be like, oh, 18 years for nothing. 18 years, now I have no championship. That adds more to his character to AEW, and that's what's going to make me want to see more Eddie Kingston. That's going to make him more angrier, more mad, and he's going to be dangerous than he was before that. So that's why I want him to lose, because now he's going to put on even more and better matches than he did before this. That's a main event level Eddie Kingston I want to see, and more angrier, more badass Eddie Kingston. So I feel like he should lose this. No disrespect. It hurts me to say that, but I feel like he should lose this to Moxley.
I understand. I understand 100% where you're coming from. My thing is, I'm scared if he loses this because of the number one contender match that we have earlier in the night. I feel if he loses this, that just there goes Eddie Kingston.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he gonna get faded back into the background because of the Page and Omega, whoever the fuck wins that match. I feel like they're gonna focus on that storyline more than Moxley and Kingston. Kingston, I feel, is just right now he's perfect to go against any of them because right now they're both built as like baby faces, even though Kenny Omega's
kind of leaning towards
because it just doesn't make sense for them to fight a baby face. Any of them to fight a baby face. So if you put Kingston and then Kingston just says, yo, I'm not like this ain't happening, this match. Like if let's say Kenny Omega wins, right? This puts more on Eddie Kingston on, all right, now you gotta prove yourself on being the champion if you are the champ. And it still lets him do his heel promos. But Kenny Omega could be that shift, and then that's how you could get Kenny Omega to win. You know what I mean? Like if you have Kenny Omega win the belt, you gotta turn him heel.
That's what I'm expecting. Because I want Kenny Omega to turn heel and have him beat Moxley. Because then I don't see, like you mentioned before, you don't see Moxley going up against the babyface. I don't see Kingston going up against the heel. Because that doesn't make sense. It's like you're not doing anything by accomplishing against two heels. So if anything, if I'm going with Omega with the number one contender match, I'm expecting him to face Moxley instead of Kingston. Because that match,
definitely.
Because this is I said, there's the opportunity for John Moxley to beat him until Eddie Kingston can go off. He can get even more upset, add more fire to his flame.
But like I said, he's gonna get faded into the background as Kenny Omega gets pushed in.
Maybe he'll go for the TNT championship. Maybe he'll go, even though it's not the best option, but it's like,
No, don't you dare say that.
Have him be Cody.
Dare say that. Yo.
Who knows? I mean, like, I don't know. This is what I'm kind of like confused about with AEW. You have so many guys who are just losing. You have like one short feud, they go off to the back again, and then you have another guy going up against him later on.
That's what I'm saying.
And the same thing
with the Eddie Kingston thing. He needs to win because if not, he's just gonna get faded into the background. I feel the same way you said you want to see him grittier. I feel like winning the belt will make him that way. Because now he's going to be like, yo, I got to prove myself now. Like, I already proved myself that I'm the champion. But now I'm just going to make sure all y'all know I'm here to stay as a champion. And let's say Kenny Omega wins. And let's say he beats Kenny Omega. Not clean, of course, because, come on, it's Eddie Kingston. But it makes him a legit champion. Not only did he beat the champion, take it off of him, he also beat another big name in the company.
I don't
know.
Speaking of other contenders, like I mentioned before, I guess we can get into the question. We asked last week, if Eddie Kingston wins it, who do you have other than Omega and Page and Moxley, of course? Who would you have in AEW go up against him for the title if he wins it this Saturday?
The way that I have it playing out, that's a tough question. I'm trying to think because I'm gonna be straight up. Totally forgot about this question, but I would probably like to see, and this is where you can Because there's certain characters you can do heel versus heel.
Yeah.
And it's more of who's a more heel, who's more gritty, you know? So I would love to see Eddie Kingston go at it against MJF.
Me too. I was thinking the same thing.
Because they're both heels. Like, they're both up here. They're both top heels in the company. But they're so opposite that it's crazy.
Yeah, that's imagine the promos on those two guys.
That's what I'm saying. Like, just them two alone. Like, imagine they're both from New York, right?
Yeah.
Two different upbringings, though.
Exactly. MJF from Long Island, I believe, and then Kingston from like where, the Bronx? Where is he from? Brooklyn or Bronx?
I want to say he's like from the Bronx.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Hold on, I'm looking it up real quick. Yonkers. Okay, that's right there. That's right there by the Bronx.
Okay.
So he basically grew up in the Bronx.
They have two different lifestyles, like you said.
Two different lifestyles. They're both heels, but they got two different lifestyles. They're both from New York.
Two different attitudes.
One's wearing Gucci and one's from Long Island, and one is from Yonkers, and one is wearing jerseys and just
fitteds and shit like that.
Yeah, like it's just I feel like that's an interesting
matchup. I would see. Yeah,
matchup
I would agree
right there.
I had the same thing.
That would be a cool matchup. That would be a cool feud of them just going at it and like he's saying, "Yo, you were born with like a silver spoon in your mouth," like just the basic stuff of
heel versus
stuff. You know what I mean? And I know them two, even though they're talking about basic heel stuff like that, like we've heard about that. Oh, you were born like they always cut on Shane McMahon. Oh, you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth. The way that they cut promos, I know they can make it and twist it into their own thing.
Yeah.
And then MJF, he could become even a bigger heel if he's like, yo, you came, like if he just talks trash about hood. You know what I mean? Because basically Eddie Kingston's from the hood. You just talk bad about hoods from New York. Oh my God.
Dude,
that is such a heel thing to do.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, it just makes sense.
Exactly.
Who you got if Eddie Kingston?
I was thinking the same thing. I mean, like, MJ. I mean, I was thinking of he was the first one I thought of, MJF, because that would be a total. Because like I said before, the promos between the two would be amazing. But I was thinking of a babyface too to go up against him, because I think that would make it a little bit more interesting to have a babyface thrown into Eddie Kingston champion. And the person that I got for that would have to be a Jericho. Even though he's a heel, I know he's a heel, but I think that could transition him to being a babyface to people that he loves. If people are behind him, I think that would be a different scenario for Jericho too. A Jericho versus Kingston. You know, like you said before, you have MJF versus Kingston, mentioning the silver spoon handed to him, whatever, and whatnot. You have the same type of thing with Jericho, who's a legend, who's wrestling for years. That could be like how everything has been handed to him. Like the first ever World Championship, he was handed that to him. He could mention that, like, you were handed this title. I worked 18 years for this, and you were given every single title shot everywhere he went. And then that could be like an interesting story. How like one was worked, like I said, 18 years to get a championship like that, versus someone who was given the first ever championship and just like that less than a year.
I like that. Like that. That's what I thought. He could be like, "Wow, I was on the Indies. You were just being handed championships and just living life."
Exactly. And I had to work my ass to get you.
You don't know, and it could go both ways with MJF and Jericho. You don't know the struggle.
Exactly. You don't know the struggle.
You don't know the 18 years. And MJF, it's even worse because MJF, I think,
it's only like 20. Training. Yeah, like before.
Yeah, he's still young, so that even works more. He could be like, you just started.
You don't have it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you were a baby
when you were a child when I started wrestling.
Exactly, and then it could go the other way with Jericho too. It's like, why are you still here? You're over 40, like, you know what I mean? Like, just calling him old, cracking old jokes. It just, I think Eddie Kingston. I think anybody you put with Eddie Kingston is gonna be crazy.
But for Jon Moxley though, if Jon Moxley retains, I would love to see Jon Moxley versus Sammy Guevara. I would love to see that match. Give me that match, and I'll be happy. Even though Sammy Guevara probably won't win, but it will still be like a great match, and I would want to see like someone that young to take the belt off of Moxley. And I would have said MJF too for him, but MJF already had his shot. Even though I wish he can get the title off him, but it's like he just faced him not too long ago. Just give someone else a chance.
Yeah,
before
MJF
I feel
wins it. That.
So I kind of want like Sammy Guevara to win it, to go up against Moxley if Moxley stays champion after All Out, Full Gear, and if Omega and Page weren't in it, I would say Sammy. Sammy has to get built up more in that way.
I want to see somebody different. Who? I want to see somebody that we don't see a lot. I want to see, like, since Moxley's basically a babyface, just give another heel a shot. Even if he doesn't win it, you're putting somebody on that level with him. Like a Shawn Spears. Give Shawn Spears a title shot. Put him in a storyline like that. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Know what's happening.
Or they've been talking about Pac coming back.
Yeah, I wanted to
put Pac against Moxley. I see something like that. Let's see somebody new. I want to see Kenny or Adam. I want to see somebody new. And I think putting like a Shawn Spears, or even, I think it's too early for him. I think they still need to build him up more. I was gonna say like a Joey Janela, but like
yeah, he's been out for a little bit. I don't know why he's been at, but whatever.
Yeah, but he'll build up. Like they'll build him up because Joey Janela's nice in the ring. Yeah, like you gotta at least give him that. But I think like a Shawn Spears,
he's always getting beat up though. He's always getting beat up every single time.
Yeah. And I think he's one of those guys that he doesn't mind that. He doesn't mind that.
He doesn't care. That's all he's been doing.
That he's not on the top of the of the company. He doesn't mind that.
He's just all about the entertainment part.
Exactly. But down the line, he'll get there. Like, because he could cut a promo.
Yeah,
he's nice in the ring. He just got to get built up more. But I would like to see like a Shawn Spears. That would be dope, okay. I feel. That would be cool.
That'd be cool. Yeah. So, all right, that's cool. That's interesting to see that happen. So
the Sammy one would be dope too.
Yeah. I would love to see that. I want young stars to go out the title.
Yeah.
And that would be cool to see like Pac or Shawn Spears, but I want to see new faces up there, like legit new faces, and rising stars go after it, stuff like that. Oh, that'd be interesting to see if they can even compete against Jon Moxley. That'd be great. I actually have a question for next week.
Here we go.
I got a question for next week. I thought about it just now because earlier in the episode we talked about how companies should cross over. It'd be cool to see companies cross over with AEW, like NWA has and AAA kind of. If you were to choose a independent company, obviously not WWE, or not, I'm not gonna include NWA and Impact. How about that? To make it a little bit harder.
Like a real indie.
Yeah, like a company that has like still building up, in a sense, in a way, that you would love to see crossover with AEW, like we've seen with the NWA Women's Champion, and then bringing over the AAA Champion over there. What company would you choose to go crossover with AEW?
That's a good question. That's a good one.
That is a good one. All right, so I guess we can wrap it up right there. This has been episode number 9 of the Ring Fanatics Podcast, our Full Gear predictions episode. Make sure you follow us on Spotify, subscribe to us on YouTube, follow our socials, and we'll see you guys.
Give us a follow.
Subscribe to us, man. We need more followers on this.
My man working hard over there.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you, man. So this has been episode number 9. I'm Nick, your host. Joel, my co-host. Let me see you guys next time.
Catch ya.